You're all right, Jodie.
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
How's Wales this time of year?
Wales?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this time of year, it's
Cold?
No, I wouldn't say cold. It's just like quite depressing, really, because it's always raining here.
Is it?
Like, well, especially this time of year, it's just never like. You know what? Right? It's really weird because in the mornings it is so beautiful. Like I'll go out for a fresh air, shall we say? And I don't know. There's something about that sunrise. It's so beautiful. But then it'll hit like 12 p.m. and boom, it'll start raining.
Do you know what? I know exactly what you mean because when I'm coming home from night shift, the sun's like beaming through my window. I kind of get to sleep. It's boiling hot. And then I'll wake up in the afternoon and it's like overcast or raining.
That's what it's like. As soon as you gotta go somewhere or you gotta go to work or whatever,
yeah,
it's beautiful. But then when you're working, it'll be sunny.
Yeah. Oh, we've had some really nice nights recently when I've been at work. Like during the summer, we always like have a coffee outside.
Yeah.
And we've actually been able to do that this month, which is crazy for March.
Because I love like a nice little chit chat with your colleagues. And
Oh yeah.
Nice little coffee. Oh, especially outside. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Jodie,
Yes.
I had a little question for you.
Go on then.
Well, obviously we want to start a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Firstly, what the hell do we call a podcast that me and you do out of all people?
Good question.
And secondly, what the hell do we talk about?
That's a really good question. So, I've gone blank.
See, I have no idea for a name.
No.
But I have so many ideas of of things we could talk about.
Go on then. Hit us with some.
Well, obviously you love Eurovision.
Yeah, I can talk about that for hours.
So we could have like a mini side series of talking about Eurovision and like past Eurovisions, or even like every year talking about the Eurovision entries and the songs and where it's going to be hosted, who we think's going to win, maybe our top 10.
Because I'm going this year. I don't know if I've told anyone.
You're
but I'm
going?
Going this year.
Really?
So after I come back, we could have a little podcast about what it was like to be there, because obviously not a lot of people get to go.
Yeah,
I'm very lucky.
Especially, where are you staying again?
Copenhagen.
That was it, yeah. And that's like right next to where it's going to be, isn't it?
Kind of. You've got to cross. It's called the Øresund Bridge. It's like a 40-minute journey into Sweden,
and I know
which
you
to
love
me
your
is
bridges,
crazy. Because like we're going to be spending the day split between two different countries, which is just blows my mind, really. But
have you ever been to Denmark or Sweden?
I haven't.
Oh my god! So it's literally ticking them off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And it's doing something you love, and that's Eurovision.
Exactly. I'm so excited.
I know you went last year to Liverpool, but to the Eurovillage, right?
I did. Well, that's what I'm doing this year as well. This year I'm just doing the Eurovillage. What
was it like in the Eurovillage, especially with Cha Cha Cha?
It's I've got a video on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, but the atmosphere is absolutely amazing. Like everyone is just so happy and excited and like open. Like they'll get to know anyone, they'll talk to anyone, they'll dance with anyone. Like, I mean, you know me, I'm usually very scared of strangers, but not in the Eurovision village. I've met so many people.
Now you see, we've just naturally gone on about Eurovision here.
See,
that could be an entire episode itself.
It could. I'll stop that there.
Do you have any ideas for any episodes that we could do?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could talk about how, like, the differences between growing up in Wales versus Newcastle, because obviously we live really far apart for being from the same country. We live like at opposite ends, really.
Yeah,
And I
that's
thought
true.
we could have one of like talking about growing up and what it was like and the differences and the similarities and things. Because even though we're from different parts, we're still from like unprivileged. Is that the word parts? Because
Excuse me.
but no, because like
Yeah, yeah, I
if you
get you.
think of politics, like they
Yeah,
look after the south of England. That's it. They don't care about the north and they don't care about Wales or Scotland.
yeah.
Very political, I best just stop myself there.
Well, that could be an entire episode in itself,
It could,
politics.
yeah.
Because I'm well, I wouldn't say I used to be quite passionate about politics.
Me too. I
But
did.
recently it's been a bit how can I say?
I mean, yeah, at the minute, I just don't feel like there's a party that represents my views enough to be passionate about it. But
I mean the closest one for me is Welsh Labour. Let's just
right,
get that correct. Welsh Labour, not Labour Party, Welsh
yeah.
Labour. Even though Ooh, it's technically the same thing. But I don't know what it is about Welsh Labour. They just have a more strong value of like their pie. And then also Plaid Cymru. So that's just like the Welsh party, essentially.
So when there's a like general election, is it a bit like the Scottish National Party? So essentially, like from what I've heard, like people always say, "Oh, SNP will never be in power because there's not enough Scottish people to vote for them." Is that the same with Wales? Like, so is like Welsh Labour? Is that completely separate to Labour, as I know it?
Well, the thing is, in Wales, we have something called the Senate, which is the Welsh Parliament building.
Right.
And it's really weird because, like, although they make quite a lot of decisions for Wales, there's also a lot of things they can't do, which, the government in London obviously takes
Yeah.
over them kind of decisions. So, like, for example, the Senate will well, they changed, for example, the speed limit on some roads to 20 miles an hour, and people were fuming about it. And just like things like that, they can change, kind of like a council, I guess. But
Mm,
there's a lot of things which they can't change, and in my opinion, they're quite underfunded, which kind of makes Labour look bad because Labour is Wales is a Labour-run country.
right.
Um,
But this is what I mean when I say we're underprivileged.
yeah,
Things like that. But you saying that the Welsh Labour Party is like the closest to your views, for me, actually, it's the Green Party, which I don't usually vote for because of how unlikely it is they'll get in.
yeah.
But I think that's a lot of people's problems. So if everyone that actually wanted the Green Party in power voted for them, maybe they'd have a chance. But I don't know.
Even like opposition is good because I mean, if we looked at the polls recently for the next general election, as of current, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure. No, I think this was back in like December last year, well, like pretty much all of last year. But if there was a general election in that moment, then Conservatives would not even be the opposition.
Really?
Apparently, according to like, I don't know what they call, but like they do a poll, like I think weekly or monthly, of like what party, like if they had a general election there and then, what party would be like in power and what would be opposition and whatever. And for a lot of last year, SNP would be the opposition
Ah,
and Labour would be the main party. But I'm pretty sure it was only by like 2 seats or whatever. But still, that's like so crazy because Conservatives have so many seats
yeah.
in Parliament right now, and it's like losing that many. I just can't wait for the general election this year. It's going to be
Do you think there'll be
so.
one?
Well, there should be
There
because
should be, but do you think there will be?
well, see, there should be one this May, right?
Yeah.
But so far, there's been no talk. Well, I don't know about if there has been talks or not, but there's been nothing announced, right?
No, not as far as I know.
But in my opinion, I think there should be one this May.
Yeah.
Because obviously, well, we're due one, for one. And for two, Rishi Sunak is not a publicly elected Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm. That's a big thing for me.
He is the second person now after
Boris.
Liz Truss. Oh, well.
Boris?
No, but Brexit. If you remember, there was, I'm pretty sure there was well, I mean, people kind of class Boris as like, he was voted for because there was the Brexit vote for the referendum. And
yeah, but that wasn't going to change the party.
Yeah, but people, I think people kind of saw that vote as, okay, well...
Oh, right. Like his, like, validation kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. Like, people saw that as like, okay, well, there was a vote for yes, and he's kind of pushing Brexit as the leader right now. So people are kind of like in line with him, even though it was just under like 2%.
Mm-hmm. I remember I watched it live because I voted.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then I went to one of my friends' houses and we watched the election results live. And I've never ever been so disappointed in this country.
You see, I thought the same with the last general election we had, and
well, yeah.
I stayed up all night just watching it, just watching every single county and place, and like turning their votes. And at the start, Labour was looking very promising, and I'm pretty sure I went to sleep for 2 hours, and I woke up, and the Conservatives was in the lead by like so, and I think that was when Jeremy Corbyn was the leader, so it was kind of like, you know, it probably wasn't going to happen under his leadership, but still.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'd rather have him than Keir Starmer. But... did you vote in the last general election?
I don't think I was old enough in the last general election.
That's what I was thinking.
Because that was over...
Was it 2019?
I think that was Brexit. No, Brexit was 2017.
Brexit was 2016.
Oh no, so Boris did have one then. Boris did have a...
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You would have.
So 2019, because I think the voting age at the time was 18, but I think it might have dropped down to 16. Or...
Has it?
Oh no, wait, no, sorry, I'm getting mixed up because in Wales, with the Senate, they've changed it to 16, so people can vote, you know, for parties and whatever, with the Senate, but with the actual government, I think it's still 18 around the entire UK.
To be fair, I do think 16-year-olds should be able to vote, because when I was 16, I had a much bigger interest in politics than I do now, and I'm 26. So
yeah, when I was like 16, 17, 18, I think even 19, that's when I was like, you know, I want to know what's going on in this country, especially during COVID.
Oh yeah, that was such a scary time.
It was insane. Now, see, these are two different things we could talk about in an episode of a podcast.
I don't want to say too much because if we're going to like have a conversation about it, but one thing about COVID that really confuses me is when people will say, like, on TikTok or on, like, well, anywhere really, on X or Instagram, they'll say, like, oh, I want another lockdown. Like, they enjoyed it, and I just can't.
You see,
I can't wrap my head around that, because it was one of the most traumatic times of my life.
Yeah, a lot of people had
the job I did.
Yeah, people had like different experiences with lockdown, where some people were just furloughed with their jobs. So like whether they worked in like McDonald's, for example, or
even care workers were furloughed.
Yeah, they basically got paid for kind of like just waiting for COVID to pass, really. But then you had all these frontline workers, for example, people in the doctors, people at the hospitals where they were overrun. You know, it must have been crazy to work in an environment like that. I couldn't imagine me being in that environment, especially at such a scary time where you don't know what's actually going on, and there's so much conspiracy going around. And
Oh yeah, and like, so I completely appreciated that a lot of people had it a lot harder than I did. I was
Yeah.
in an office. I wasn't on the front lines, like as a nurse or anything. They had it the hardest, I think, them and carers. But it was the people would obviously, because I worked at the doctors at the time, for the listener.
Yeah.
People would ring and say, "Well, what's going on with this COVID thing then?" And we knew as much as the general public knew. Just because I worked for the NHS, I didn't know anything more.
Was
But
this at the
they,
start? So like,
yeah,
like March, April time.
it was February I first started getting calls.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. And they'd be like, "Oh, well, you must know something. You just tell us. Just tell us. Is it bad? Is it going to be bad?" And I'd literally, like, every other phone call, I'd be like, "I don't know. I know just as much as you do." And then when it got really bad and when we had the lockdown and stuff, like, going into work was horrible.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I hated it. I'll go more into that when we have a proper conversation about it. But
Yeah. Because like my perception of COVID, and especially with the lockdown and stuff, would have been completely different to yours. But at the time, I was only, how old was I? 17?
Jesus,
Yeah, so I was still like a little baby kinda.
yeah,
And for the listeners listening, I am 21 now, so it's fine. We're fine.
we're both adults. I'm just an older one.
I don't feel like an adult, but I'm
Yeah,
so
I still feel 22. I'm not gonna lie.
I still feel like bloody I've just turned 18 kind of thing. But no, like there's so many ideas I guess we could do for episodes of a podcast. So we've gone through Eurovision, where we grew up, politics,
hmm
COVID. But I guess it all comes down to what would we name it?
Hmm. Well, I like Outcasted.
Well, there's Outcasted, which is kind of sickening.
Yeah,
But I also like something like you said the other day, something about Slay.
sensational.
Oh, stop it.
I do like that.
That is honestly sensational or outcasted.
My sister was not happy with that idea.
Why not?
Well, you know what she's like.
Sensational or outcasted.
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer Outcasted, but if we name it that, we'll have to explain, won't we?
Oh well, that will have to be on an episode of a podcast, maybe, or people will. Yeah. Well,
Mm,
so we can't talk about it really, can we? But
no.
we can kind of like insinuate what we're on about. I guess we could say it in like a story, like a theoretical story.
So this is completely hypothetical and then just go into the...
Yeah, this definitely did not happen.
This is completely made up.
Or maybe.
But I do like sensational. But I cannot say it, I keep tripping
Sensational.
over it. Sensational.
But would it be outcasted with an exclamation mark?
Oh, it could be.
Because I see that's all I see when I see outcasted. I see outcasted or outcasts or something like that, all
Mm.
in capitals, and then an exclamation mark. That's how I can see it in my brain.
Oh, I like that, you know.
Yeah, that's all I see. That's all I can see for
I
it.
like
But
that.
sensational outcasted. You know what? We might have to go with outcasted.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we might have to explain it.
One day.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be now. It doesn't
Not
have to be
yet.
tomorrow. Yeah, one day, maybe in like 5 years or
Yeah.
something.
If
See
we're
where
still
we are.
going then.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll have podcasts with other people.
Well, no.
Outcast Part 2.
It's literally in your contract that you're not allowed to podcast with anyone else. Thank you.
Please send help. She's got a gun to my head. Okay, so
We could do games and stuff as well.
you see, there's so many things we could do in a podcast. Like we could play mini games. Like we could question each other. We could have a guest on for like 10 minutes or something.
Mhm.
We could.
The only thing with games and stuff, it's a little bit harder when we're like, how many miles apart are we? Like
Too
500
many.
miles apart.
Shall I search it up?
Yeah.
Let's have a little look. So we'll see how many
But
miles apart we are.
we could potentially record something in July because I'm coming down.
That is very true, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, what? Sorry, there's a Newcastle that's very
Oh
close to me,
yeah,
apparently.
Newcastle under Lyme.
Yeah, I'll have to be very
Um,
specific. Let's have a little look. Miles. Okay. Oh, wait, no, what? Oh, that's under Lyme.
Right, hold on, I'll do it.
Oh, a Pontaine.
Yeah.
Bloody Nora. Right, okay, I got it now. I've got it, actually. We are
Oh, so do I.
approximately, obviously not from my address to your address, approximately 304 miles away from
I've
each
got it
other.
from my address, not to your address, because I don't know it.
Why lie?
I'm not going back through with DMs. 320.
If I walk to you, it would be a 101-hour walk.
4 days, it says.
It would be a 31-hour cycle.
Jesus. And it would take 7 hours to get from my house to your area.
What, in car or by train?
Yeah, it would have helped if I specified that, wouldn't it? By train. So I'd need to get the metro, then a train to London, then the underground, then a different train, then another train, then another train, and then a bus.
Bloody Nora. You see, for me, it took me, what did it do? So from here, I had to get a train to Manchester. That was direct. That was lovely. Then I had to get a train from Manchester to Leeds, and then from Leeds up to Newcastle. And then from Newcastle, I had to get the metro, didn't I?
Yeah, to mine. But I came and got you.
Thank you. After about, well, it was at like, I left at like, my train was at like 5 a.m., right?
Yeah, you were travelling for a really long time because you were delayed as well.
And I was delayed, yeah. I got there at like, when did I get there? Midday, like about 12.
Yeah, and then we were like asleep by 8 p.m.
we ordered a Taco Bell.
Yes, and then we scrammed that and then went to sleep by 8 a.m. And then we woke up at 2 a.m.
Oh, stop
and
it.
we waited for breakfast and went downstairs.
That breakfast was so good, though.
Oh, it was. It was so
I don't
good.
think I'd
Except from
change
the
that experience
expired
for
of it.
anything.
Huh?
I don't think I would change that experience for anything, honestly.
No, it was so good.
So what else did we do during the... Well, we went to South Shields.
Yeah, and you went to my house and you met
Went
me
to your
cat.
house, and I met your cat, and she attacked me.
She did.
I dropped off my suitcase, and we went to the beach, and we got chips.
But it was January, so it wasn't
But
it wasn't the
yeah.
experience I wanted you to have.
We went to this pond thing, and basically the entire thing was frozen over.
Oh yeah, and that's the first I've lived here for my whole life, bar 6 months, and that's the first time I've seen that pond like frozen over. That was mad.
And you
And
know
we
what?
stood on it as well, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I did stand. I was going to say I tried to, but no, I did
Yeah, you
stand in
did.
it, and you thought I'd go through, but I'm really skinny and I'm really light.
She's so slim.
I'm glad you get it. I'm like the girls that get it.
Yeah.
And you're one of the girls that get it. Period.
Oh, I know.
Oh, just to set the scene as well. After our lovely chips, we had a lovely romantic walk on the beach.
You took
And
that
I
picture
can.
of us. There's a picture of me. If you want to see it, I'll post it. But like when people take pictures of like on 0.5.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it.
I
I
look
just remember
crazy.
looking at the horizon. It was wonky.
Yeah, and that's the first time I've seen that as well. Because
And
obviously,
then,
if you live by the beach, you don't go to the beach that often.
and you probably don't know. You probably don't look at the bloody horizon.
Exactly.
I don't know why I was, to be fair, because I was also
Well,
saying like the waves were really high.
yeah, because you're not used to seeing like a sea.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're in
I
a
don't
little
live by
bay
the
area.
sea. Yeah, I guess I'm in a little tune.
The tune. But yeah, the horizon was wonky, and I've never noticed that before. Even though I've lived here my whole life, bar 6 months.
Because then what did we do? We went. We
And,
just. Oh, you showed me where you worked.
oh yeah, because I get the bus.
Yeah, we got the bus. We went back to yours.
Yeah, to get the bags, and then I went to the
Yeah,
hotel in Newcastle.
we
Got a
did. But
Taco
no, no,
Bell.
no. We got the metro, and then we walked. It was a lovely walk. It wasn't
It
that
was
far.
literally a 5-minute walk. It was out.
It was lovely. And then we checked in, and we ordered the. I could go on about that Taco Bell for about an hour.
Oh, Callum, right? You know how I went to Newcastle like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and obviously what happened. But we got Taco Bell when
Mm.
they got home. They brought Taco Bell for us, and honestly, that was the first Taco Bell I've had after a night
Oh,
out. Best thing ever.
stop it, because I don't really have Taco Bell that often.
I
So
d- well,
it's like
I only get it when I'm in Newcastle.
it is so good. But do you know what? Shall we talk more about it after a short little break?
Go on then.
All right. Okay. And that was the first half of our first episode of the Outcasted podcast. You can catch us every Sunday on raveradio.net at 6 p.m. However, if you do not make that slot, then do not worry, because you can catch us basically on demand. We will be on YouTube, SoundCloud, and most likely Spotify. But if you want to hear it live, that is raveradio.net at 6 p.m. on Sundays. Did you know that we have social media now for the pod? That is right, at Outcasted Pod. That is at Outcasted Pod on X. At the moment, we don't have an Instagram nor like a Facebook or anything. We're just going to mainly use X. So that is at Outcasted Pod on X.
Welcome back. Oh,
Oh.
oh. Welcome back to Outcasted.
It's official. Outcasted.
It is. So, Callum,
Mm-hmm.
have you done anything nice today? Anything? Out or out?
Well, today what have I done? I asked my mum what time my new bed is coming.
Oh, you're
Because
getting a new bed. Very
yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
To the listener, please remember we are adults. This is as exciting as it gets.
That is true. A new bed is like Christmas.
Oh yeah, I really badly need a new bed. Mine's like falling apart.
Well, the thing is, I know this might sound a bit, a little bit like what, but obviously I moved into my new place. Well, not so new anymore.
Yeah.
Back in like October, but
Uh-huh.
since then I actually haven't had a bed.
Oh.
So I've just been kind of like either sleeping on my sofa, but it's also like a pull-out bed. So like,
Well, I mean, it makes sense because it was quite sudden that you had to move, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
so you wouldn't have had all your stuff ready.
And like, oh well, I mean, I did have chance to save, but I am horrendous
Oh,
with
me
money.
too. Me too.
So
Really bad.
it kind of didn't really work out. But the good thing is I'm getting one now. So yeah.
Good.
I was just chatting to her whether it's being delivered tomorrow or Monday, because the people aren't too sure when they're free. But hopefully by the next episode I will have my bed.
You will have a bed.
I'll be recording the show from my bed. How's your day gone?
Oh, Callum, it's been amazing.
Yeah?
I had a spa day. Is it every year?
Wow.
Me, my mum, my sister, me auntie, and my cousin will all go to a spa for a day, just once a year, and we'll always like make it some kind of celebration. So last year it was for my mum's 50th. This year it was for my sister's 25th.
Right.
And you know I've had a really horrible week, and I had this massage I had a full body massage with like aromatherapy oils and stuff, and it's literally exactly what I needed. I feel
Did it?
so much better.
Yeah. See, I've never had like a full body massage before, so I can't imagine like if it actually helps.
Oh, it doesn't usually. I'm usually like, so like the past couple of years with when I've been like thinking about too much stuff while it's been going on to like, so I haven't fully appreciated it. But this
Yeah.
time I like had a little pep talk with myself as I do. And I was like, right, just like be present, be in the moment, like feel where our hands are and stuff, and like so I can fully appreciate it. And I did. It was really, really good. And then we pay for like a day's package, so we get like a private room and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had lunch. I had lasagna because slay. And then we just like went in the pool and like the sauna and stuff, and then came home. It was good.
I've got a very important question to ask you about lasagna.
Go on then.
So, for obviously for those who don't know, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't used to have lasagna anymore. But when I did have lasagna, I'd always have it with garlic bread. Now, do you have it with garlic bread?
I do if I can. So today I couldn't because it wasn't an option. So it's like a set menu.
Bring your own.
And you've got to like put your order in like weeks before you go.
Right. So you said, right, I'm having a lasagna.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's my favourite meal in the world, you know.
Is it?
Yeah. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be lasagna. Absolutely love it.
That's actually news to me.
No, I absolutely love lasagna.
Well, I hope you know the next time that we see each other. Well, no, not the next time. The one after that.
Wink, wink.
We will be staying in some sort of like Airbnb or something, and we will be having. Well, you'll be having a lasagna. I'll be having a veggie lasagna, and we'll have it with garlic bread.
Yes, we need a lasagna date. Do you have cheese on your garlic bread?
Oh, stop it! Is that even a question? See what I've envisioned. What I want to do. If it's like a baguette garlic bread, obviously you cook it first, but then you break it up, and you put the slices like face down, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sprinkle the cheese on top, and then you put it either back in the oven or under a grill for literally like 2-3 minutes. Let it melt. Oh,
so yeah, I'll do it differently. I'll cook the garlic bread, and then I'll like slightly split open each little segment, and then I'll put the cheese in, but it's still a baguette.
Ooh.
And then it all melts in, and then you break it apart when it's done.
See, I could see that working great as well.
It's good.
Oh, stop it. I want garlic bread now.
Is it July yet?
Well, what have we got planned in July, Jodie?
So I've never been really to your area at all. I've never been to Wales, and I've never been to that side of England. So I'm gonna come down to Bristol.
Just for everyone wondering, I live in South Wales.
And I live in Newcastle, obviously.
Quite the trip.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go down to Bristol because I have a thing for bridges. I absolutely love bridges.
You do like a good bridge.
I do, and there's a big bridge in Bristol that I want to see. And I also kind of want to. So my only experience with Bristol is Skins.
Skins?
Yeah, the TV show.
Not a clue.
Have you never seen it?
Let me search it up. Hold on.
It's like from the 2000s.
I think I've heard of it, but let's have a look.
I can't watch it now because it triggers us. But
am I okay to read the description of it?
Yeah, go on.
The story of a group of British teens who are trying to grow up and find love and happiness despite questionable parenting and teachers who would rather be friends and lovers than authority figures.
Yeah.
Is that basically what it is?
Yeah, it gets dark though.
Oh.
It's really good.
Just for those wondering, it is an 18 plus, so don't be watching it if you're
Yeah, don't be watching it, children. Also, why are children listening to this anyway?
Well, to be fair, we haven't got a topic for this episode.
I will. what was I saying? Oh yes,
Um,
so my
Skins.
only experience of Bristol is Skins.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to take that away and have my own experience. And so I want to just go to a few bars and stuff, have something to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bars.
You
And
know
then,
what, Jodie, I'm really fancying. Sorry to cut you off, but like,
fine,
ever
I'm used to
since, I,
it.
excuse me, ever since, well, no, wait, this is usual, by the way. So,
Yes.
if you ever hear me do that, that is just me resetting. No, ever since we went, oh no, you was in bed all day. Ever,
You were
ever
right.
since we went to Manchester in January, and obviously everyone went out and you stayed in bed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We went
Because I
to
was very poorly.
this gorgeous place. And I say gorgeous, I mean the food was gorgeous. It looked kind of dodgy, but the food was gorgeous. You would love it, Joe. They had the katsu curry. Oh,
I love a katsu curry.
they did like a katsu curry sauce with I think, was it on rice? It was either on rice or chips, one of them, and it was I'm pretty sure it was halloumi chunks or tofu, one of them. But it was beautiful, Jodie. You would love it.
Do you know, I've wanted to go to Affleck's. We've been to Manchester 3 times. And I've wanted to go to Affleck's every time, and we've never been yet. I keep forgetting.
What is Affleck's?
So it's the department store I was telling you about. It's
Right.
full of
I was
like,
thinking restaurant then. I was like, what?
no, it's
Always thinking
full
about
of-
food. Sorry.
as usual. It's full of like independent like stores. So like there's alternative stores, LGBT stores, and there's like a tattoo and piercing parlor on the top floor, which is where I got my nose pierced. It's really good. I do think you'd like it.
Is it like the only one like in the world kind of thing, or is there like kind of like different things in different cities?
I don't know if there might be one in Leeds. Hang on. It might just be Manchester. Hang on, search it. Affleck's. Yeah, it's just Manchester. It's so good though. But anyway, so gonna go down to Bristol, do all that, and then I'm gonna get a little train to Cardiff.
A little train.
A little train. Never been to Wales, so it will be fun.
You'll be crossing a bridge. No, sorry, we will be crossing a bridge.
Is it the Severn Bridge?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's called like the Prince of Wales Bridge, I think.
Right.
Well, I don't know whether they're two separate bridges actually.
It might be, because one might be for trains, one might be for cars. And then in Cardiff, I really don't know. I was kind of I just want to have a look about a bit, take some pictures, go to a couple of bars, chill, and then go home.
So there's two bridges. One is called the Severn Bridge because it goes over the River Severn in between England and Wales.
That's the one I know about.
And then there's a second crossing, another bridge, basically, just like couple, like, well, I don't know how far, but like just up. And it's called the second Severn crossing, but also it's called the Prince of Wales Bridge.
Let's have a look. The one that it's asking us to cross is the Prince of Wales Bridge.
Oh, so that's the Severn
for
Bridge.
the train.
Oh, for the train.
Yeah. So the Severn Bridge will be for cars, I'm assuming. Oh no, because there's a road on the Prince of Wales as well. Oh, I don't know.
See, I bloody live here, and I don't know. So I never go over
there's
to
a tunnel as well, I think.
Yeah, it's quite weird. Anytime I've gone over to like Bristol or London or whatever, it's like it's dark. It's literally like dark for a good 15 minutes, and then boom, it's light, and then you're in England, and you're like, oh, so like, you don't actually get to see going over the bridge, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, so it must go through the tunnel then.
Yeah. But speaking of like stuff like that, obviously you're going to Eurovision.
Yeah.
2024 in Malmo.
I am. So excited.
You'll be crossing a bridge because you said you're staying in Copenhagen.
Yeah, the Orison Bridge.
Will
I do not know if that's how you pronounce it, just in case anyone does, and I'm wrong.
they're going to be outing you on Twitter?
Yeah. I'm not going to give you my Twitter for that reason.
Yeah, so does the train or tram or whatever goes over that bridge, will that be on top? Will that be going through a tunnel?
So it's on top for half of it, and then it goes underneath.
Oh, that sounds cool, actually. So you get a view and then poof, it's gone.
Yeah, if you look on Google Maps and if you go on the satellite, you can kind of see.
A little
I don't know if it's so it's a bridge until you get to the middle. Oh no, what am I on about? Hold on.
Oh, you said Google. Sorry, I'm on. I think I'm on Apple Maps. I don't know what I'm on. What's the one on? Oh, yeah. It was like.
Oh, I don't know,
Apple
because it's a full bridge. I'm sure I went. It might. I don't know if it's for cars actually. If that go underneath.
Oh, is it kind of like This is gonna
I'm
sound
on the
really
wrong
cringe, but
bridge.
obviously, sometimes we do like a bit of trucking, don't we?
We do.
On a Euro Truck Simulator 2, and that's not sponsored, by the way. And we do go over the
Sorry.
bridge, obviously.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. It's underneath from Copenhagen, and then we'll get to like a middle platform, and then it's over the top until.
Is it by that airport thing? Oh no, the helipad.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, let's see. What's it called? Let's see. So it's called the Årstadsbron.
I got Oresund. Oh no, yeah, Oresund Bridge.
Oh yeah. I see. Because it's like
I don't know how that
C or whatever it's called is. Yeah.
I don't know how that accent is pronounced though.
If only someone was learning it.
Well, go on then.
Not a clue. Not a clue. I just know the word sister in Danish has that O in it. And the way to say it is like shushta.
So I wonder if it's Uresund.
Shushta?
Uresund.
Susta? I don't know whether it's like a sh sound or a s sound. As well, I don't know whether it's tusta or shushta.
Right.
I think it's tusta. But if it is, then it's just like a normal O, essentially.
No,
so it's kind of pointless.
Well, that sounds like ooh to me. So like Uresund.
Susta, ooh.
Ooh!
Oos,
Yeah, this should be good. I'm staying next to the airport as well, so it's not too far.
Oh, Copenhagen Airport.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Not next to, but it's near.
You have to tell me where you're staying so I can come stalk you.
Oh well, if you get like 360 back.
Oh no, I see. That's another thing we can't talk about on the pod.
Yeah, you can still get it back for me.
Oh yeah, I'll get it back eventually. But I for a bit of backstory, I guess.
I don't know. Are you sure?
No, I won't talk about it properly. Don't worry. How do I? Okay, so I'll just say I rage quit a group I was on Life 360 because they removed me from it. So I deleted my profile.
Even though me and Callum had husband and wife Life 360.
We did. I'm really sorry.
I will
have to get it back.
You will?
At some point.
And I like to know where you are.
Well, you know what I am.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'll have to get you when you go to Copenhagen because I want to know where you are.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you're safe.
Well, and Benidorm as well.
Oh no, we don't do Benidorm.
Yeah, but what if I end up at a police station?
Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do from here.
Okay.
And if I have to pay a bail, then good luck.
Oh no,
Jesse. Do you want to tell anyone who Jessie is, or should we keep that a secret?
Oh no, Jessie's my sister. We live together.
As in Jessie and Jodie, not me and Jodie.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I live in Wales and she lives in bloody Newcastle.
Yeah. So we moved out of the parental home 2 years ago yesterday, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
2 years ago yesterday?
Oh no, hang on, it's 24th now. So 2 years ago on Friday.
I was going to say, did I know you? But no, I didn't. But it's coming up
No.
to
Huh?
since I met you.
About a year and a half.
Yes, like, well, I say it's coming close, but it's not really. But like,
It was the August that I joined radio.
are you there? Oh, sorry. I think I had a microphone issue there. Sorry.
Yeah. It was the August that I joined radio.
The August.
Yeah.
I see.
So
See now, radio is an entire different podcast episode.
oh yeah, but that's
There
when I
is-
met you, when I joined radio.
So August 2022. Wow, 2022.
I
That
was 24.
24. What was I?
Wait,
19.
was that 2022?
Yeah.
No, I was 25.
Oh, did you?
Because I'm 27 next month.
So what was I? I was 19. 20. Yeah, I was 19.
Oh, that makes us feel a bit ill, to be honest. Can I just point out, I did not know how old he was. I just knew he was an adult.
Can I just say I'm also your husband, so it shouldn't matter?
Yeah, now. You weren't at the time.
Yeah, but even at the time, I was 19. I can have a wife at 19. I know people that was married at, well, maybe not 19, maybe like 20, but
My ex was
at 20 or 19.
19 when she was at university. She got married and then they got divorced and then she got with me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I could not imagine. Even I'm 21 now, and I still can't imagine married. Well, except you, duh.
Duh.
But like, no, seriously, like in real life, I couldn't imagine marrying anyone or like having a baby.
Well, I don't know. I was engaged at 18 and then we broke up and then I was engaged again at 24. And then we broke up.
Oh my god, there we go. There's another podcast episode, relationships.
Oh, yeah. I'm very open to talking about my relationships.
I am very open to talk about that as well. I will just have to leave some details out because, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm very open to have that as a topic at some point. Maybe the next episode, maybe not. Well, that's even if we do a second episode, that is.
Probably don't want to go that deep for a second episode, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll probably do something fun like Eurovision, maybe. Or something else. I don't know. Well, obviously, we'll know by the time this comes out because we would have recorded it. But
yeah,
we're just hoping that this will go how we plan it to, right?
I just hope people like it. I hope people want to listen.
I mean, it would be cool if people listen, to be fair. If you got this far, you can either, if you're listening on the radio, tag us in general. If you're not listening on the radio and you're listening on Spotify or SoundCloud or something like that, then you can tag me on Twitter. X. Oh no, tell you what, you can tag us both on X because we're going to have a podcast Twitter.
Oh, news to me, but okay.
You would have heard it during our little ad break.
Yeah.
To, you know, follow us, you know, where, blah, blah, blah. Because obviously right now we have nothing sorted. We just half an hour ago we decided the name.
Yeah, we literally just pressed record and started talking. We had no plan, nothing.
The only thing we knew we wanted to do was record a first episode of some sort of podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we've got a name. We've got a bunch of topics which we can listen through this episode and kind of like write down the our ideas for episodes. Because I mean, this is kind of like what should we call this episode? This is kind of a bit of everything, really. Untitled. Could be like, well, not random because that's a bit silly.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, sorry. I'll just go. Oh, we could call it introduction.
What?
It could be Outcasted Introduction Episode 1. Because we've literally talked about so many different topics. We've talked about Eurovision, our background, politics, the
Future
times we've
plans.
met, future plans. Yeah. What else have we talked? Oh, the why we're going to call it Outcasted.
Briefly.
Relationships.
Yeah. COVID.
COVID as well. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many. I bet there's so many topics we could do. I think we might have a show, Jodie.
Do you think?
I think we do.
I hope so.
And I think it's called Outcasted.
I think it might be, yeah.
Do you know what? Are we gonna have a colour scheme?
What colour are you thinking?
Well, we could either go by what blue and pink make, which I don't think is a nice colour.
It's lilac, I think. The colours we've got on the Discord, I'm sure it'll be lilac.
Yeah, because I've got like a light blue, like kind of like a baby blue, but not a baby blue. It's like a pastel blue, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's
it'll
not
be
really.
Lilac or pastel purple.
Well, because I was literally thinking purple.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe purple, or we could do a mix of pink and blue and green.
Oh, I love a green.
Because we could have an entire topic, because we've already mentioned it. We could have an entire topic as well about LGBTQ+.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, we could tell we're coming out stories and things.
Oh my god, stop it. Wait, we could do that next episode.
Yeah. Okay. Next episode on Outcasted, we will be discussing...
Next time on Outcasted.
We will be discussing the LGBTQ+ community and our own experiences within that.
That actually is a very good idea, Jodie.
It is.
I think we've got a show. And I know I keep saying it, but we have got a show.
We've got a show?
Outcasted with Jodie and Callum.
Yeah.
That's very cute. I like this.
I like this too. I've had a really good time. This
has been quite the show, this first episode. We've talked about a lot. I mean, I would say let's recap, but we kind of have.
This was just us, like...
introducing ourselves, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. Like,
even though if they're listening on the radio, then of course they know us already.
Yeah.
But this is for anyone listening externally. I am Callum.
I am Jodie.
And this is Outcasted.
This is Outcasted.
Right, so should we end the first episode here?
I think we should. I think it's a good ending.
It's a good ending. We've got some things we want to do for this podcast, and it's kind of like we're letting everyone come on this journey with us to build this podcast. And
do let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it.
And I've got an idea, which we might talk about in the next episode. I've got an idea. We'll do it next episode, but I won't let anything slip now. But you'll have to tune in next week for episode 2, where we talk about
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ+ communities and our experiences within them.
Because what are we? Well, am I gay? Am I bi? Am I straight? Who knows? Nobody
find
knows.
Out next week.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a good roundup, I think. That kind of brings excitement for next week, I guess. For those who don't know our coming out stories already. Well, sorry, I'm very straight, so.
Yeah, we're literally both straight. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, thanks for listening.
It's been lovely. It's been great. I can't wait for the next one now.
Me too. Bye. I
don't know how to end it. How do you end it? You just say bye.
This is how I end my radio shows. Just bye.
See you not tomorrow. Next week. Bye.
Next week. Bye.